So I went to Michael's and I bought a canvas bag for like makeup or pencils and pens, just whatever, and ordered some iron-on transfers from Temu. Love them. Love the patterns. Love the style. So I laid them on the ironing board and laid the front one out to try to get it exactly like I wanted it. And I thought I had to put some kind of covering over it before I ironed it. Put the iron on low heat, no steam. So I put that on and tried to iron it and checked it, and it wasn't sticking. So I realized, nope, the heat goes right on the transfer. So I laid it back down and put the heat right to the transfer, and it did beautifully. Now, once you've got it down for a while and you take the iron off, you must let it cool completely before you start pulling it back. And anywhere you see that maybe some pieces are sticking, just take your fingernail, kind of rub it down a little bit. And when you remove it after it's cool, you have to make sure that you do it very slowly and carefully, starting at one corner. They do include instructions on how to do it by just an iron, or on the other side, how to do it if you have a heat press. So I did both sides before I took it over to the table and decided to embellish it with some silver ribbon and some silver bling trim. The ribbon kind of resembled the tinsel that some people use on their Christmas trees. So I outlined the bag and some of the books with that kind of a tinsel trim. And then I started out with 2 rows of my bling silver trim around the edge. And once I got it on, I decided it wasn't wide enough. So I took it back off and cut 3 rows. Now, I applied it with B7000, alternating with hot glue. The hot glue to make it stick quickly, and the B7000 to make it be a permanent fix. I did that on both sides until I was satisfied with it. And then once I got both of the sides done, I let everything just kind of sit for a few minutes and cool, and make sure that the trim was adhering very well to everywhere where I wanted to put the trim before I began to add stickles. Anytime you're going to use stickles, you have to be very careful to do it last, because the stickles need a minimum of 2 to 3 hours to dry, and preferably overnight. I still think that the bag is missing something, so I may go back when I get home and use some kind of a stencil, and maybe do a stencil in the lighter areas, or I may go and add some Totally Dazzle bling, or I may just hand paint a little design. I haven't decided yet, but the more I look at it, the more I feel like there's just a little bit too much of the canvas showing. Now, this bling trim I'm using has a sticky side with the backing on it. And when I first started applying it, I forgot to take the back off. So I was just putting the glue on that shiny backing. Then when I realized my mistake, I took it all off and took the backing paper off. It's very sticky on its own, but I wanted to secure it so when I sell it, it'll get to whoever buys it in one piece. So I hope you like the bag. I had fun making it.